Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's BBKDRAGOON here with another round of Strange Coins, relaxing Destiny commentary. And yes, thank you to Sassy, you can actually get inside of the boss bubble. And yes, you even will be in the cutscene. So stick around for the Strange Coins if you want to find out how you can actually do that. Check it out. I'm going to be like right below his legs. Look. And he turns around in the cutscene. Okay, so what is up, everybody? Strange Coins here. We're talking about the Taken King. We had all sorts of great stuff. This was one of the best E3s I have ever seen. Mirror's Edge Catalyst, Fallout 4, Halo 5, a bunch of other stuff. I'll leave a link in the description below. I've put together a pastebin file that's just basically a running list of 20 games I'm freakishly excited for. I almost died when they announced Final Fantasy VII the remake. I'm such an enormous Final Fantasy VII fan. I've speedrun parts of that game, and it's probably one of my all-time favorites. I mean, if you've been with the channel for a long time, I've even done videos about it. So Taken King, oh man, so much good stuff to talk about. Let's get to the most pressing thing in my mind, level 50. So if you're unaware, yes, level 50 appears to be the new level cap in the Taken King, which is the biggest surprise for me. I predicted many times like level 38, and I was like, maybe level 40, but that's pushing it. And then we have screenshots of level 50 Guardians, and that is insane. That's such a huge difference, and you know what? I think that is going to play a big role into the way the game feels and progresses, because I'm going to be honest, getting from level 32 to 34 was disappointing for me. And now you're like, wait, BBK, long ago you said it's not about getting to max level. That's not what the game's about. And yes, I stand by that statement, but I do feel like getting from level 32 to 34 was kind of like a 2.5 hour affair for me, maybe 3 hours, okay, to be more realistic. And then with my other characters, it just was a matter of, oh, I'll buy that, upgrade that, boom, 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 we're done. And it didn't have this feeling that I wanted. So I'll give you an example. When I played through Mists of Pandaria, to get from level 80 to 90, or it was, I guess, 85 to 90, wasn't it? Was like a 10-hour experience. And with Warlords of Draenor, getting from level 90 to 100 was like a 10 to 15-hour experience. And I liked that. It put progress in. It gave me work to do, and I know I'm in the more hardcore Destiny player pool, but I kind of like grinding to get my characters up at the max level. Grind's not the right word. What would it be that doesn't anger people? I like putting time and effort towards getting my characters leveled up, and my alts were always this nice fun time sink when other players weren't on to get them leveled up. 34 did not carry the same weight that level 32 did, and vice versa, definitely not the same weight that level 30 did. So, the new max level of 50, it's a good thing. Oryx, the voice actor, is amazing. If you guys haven't seen the vid doc yet, I'll link it down in the description below. So much great news coming out, but Oryx looks scary, he sounds terrifying, and he is the first true villain that we have had in Destiny, and I am very excited about this. I want to see more characters, and you know what excites me? Characters. We had Varix, we had Petra, and we had Eris. Eris ranks on the bottom of that poll for me, Petra's in the middle, and then Varix is at the top. These are characters that have personality, and I started caring about more than anybody else in the vanilla story. What vanilla Destiny lacked for me across the whole story was, who are we fighting? What is the villain? What is the evil that is impending? And Oryx fills that role. If you take 2 seconds, you look at Oryx and go, now that's a good-looking villain. That is a villain suitable for the Destiny world. And in the vid doc, they mention that they're bringing more characters into play, and I want to see that. I want there to be more personalities in this world that we're fighting. I would love it if there was a Thanos. If any of you know the Avengers or the Marvel saga, Thanos is this ultra baddie who sort of pulls the strings in all these different movies. He's orchestrating lots of bad stuff happening, and that's not a spoiler alert. I mean, that's well known if you've seen anything in the last few years. And I wish Destiny had one of those currently. You know, we're going to fight Oryx. We're probably going to kill Oryx in the raid. And once that happens, who is the big baddie we're fighting? You know, who is Oryx working for? That kind of a thing. But overall, Oryx looks amazing. I cannot wait to fight him. The new locations look incredible. They look massive, okay, compared to what we've had so far. Yes, it'll still probably be singular paths, but I'm talking about the skyboxes. I'm talking about being able to see Guardians running and in combat while ships are flying overhead and dive bombing right next to them. and giant bridges and scapes that just are very, very impressive. Areas that we've not seen before is what I'm trying to get across here. Areas that, I don't know, they impress me more than the vanilla areas. And from the trailer, the only time I saw that we were going back to original vanilla content was shots of the PvP map on the tower. So we're going to get to play PvP on the tower, which is sweet. While we're on the subject of PvP, you have the new capture the flag kind of mode, and I can't remember the name of it right now off the top of my head. You have Mayhem, which is basically like Earth. If any of you have played ultra rapid fire mode in League, Mayhem, that was a big hiccup, sorry. Mayhem is like, you get supers all the time, and your abilities recharge really, really fast, and it's going to be a chaotic, crazy, crazy mode. So the locations look great. The new PvP stuff is looking good. Level 50's crazy. Let's touch on the price tag, as I know that'll be somewhat of a contention point for people. So if you have Destiny and you have Dark Below and House of Wolves and you just want to get the Taken King, that is $40, and that'll be a digital download. I don't think there is a disc version of just the Taken King, so it'll be a digital download, $40. If you don't own Destiny plus Expansion 1 and 2 and you want to get into the Taken King right away, you can purchase the Taken King, the Legendary Edition. That is $60. That includes the Taken King, Destiny 1, and both expansions. So you see there's a big discrepancy here where the people who already own Destiny, who paid $60 for the game probably, and then $30 for the season pass, have to pay $40 for the Taken King, whereas fresh players only have to pay, you know, a much lower amount. It's hard to basically, I don't know, estimate this because Destiny Vanilla goes on sale for like $30 on Amazon 24/7. But you get what I'm saying. People who've been playing since year one and purchasing the expansions right off the bat are paying what feels like a lot more than new players. And I will completely agree with that sentiment. I think you guys have a right to be like a little bit upset. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to say you have a right to be anything. You have a right to whatever opinion you want, but I understand if you're upset. I'm a YouTuber, so I'm not upset. I want to see as many new players and faces in this game as possible, and this pricing is very enticing to somebody who's not played Destiny yet, and frankly, if you were to spend $60 on the Taken King, if you've never been a Destiny player, you're getting an overwhelming amount of content. It is funny to me because this game started out with nothing but a few months of people saying how content starved it is. Here we are 1 year later, and if I think about it, if I was a brand new player getting into the Taken King, when you look level 50 now, that is a ton of content for $60. Now, there is an $80 collector's edition that includes the Taken King Legendary Edition, as well as 3 exotic class items that give an XP boost, 3 special emotes that are class specific, and then I think there's a shader and maybe an emblem that goes with it, something like that. But the 2 big things are the exotic items that give an XP boost, as well as the emotes, the class specific emotes, and I really want those. But the thing is, I don't want to have to pay $80 to get Destiny 1 and 2, or Destiny 1 and both expansions again. You know, I wish there was a collector's edition of the Taken King that wasn't $80. You know, let's say for people who've played from day one, I could spend $60 and get all the goodies that come with the collector's edition. That's probably not going to happen, and what I would say is hold off until Deej gets back from E3. You know, Reddit was a little bit upset with the pricing of this stuff, so you can imagine Deej is going to hear about it, and I would be very surprised if they didn't reply before the release actually happens. You know, you have a long time until September 15th, so just relax. I would probably say just hold off on pre-ordering until a few weeks after E3. I know Deej is probably reading about this, hearing about it, and they might clarify down the road, because I would like the collector's edition, but I'll probably end up just doing the $40 version. I don't really see the XP boost of the exotic items being that big of a deal. I do like the class-specific emotes, mainly because those feel so freaking rare right now. But the thing is, the Taken King is going to be bringing a whole lot of new stuff, not just... I would wager there's more emotes, there's new cutscenes. You can skip cutscenes, by the way. A lot of big things coming down the pipeline, so don't get too worried or worked up about the price just yet. Hold off, relax, and take your time. I think there's a few other goodies that come with the collector's edition if you buy the physical version of it. Maybe some posters that would be cool. And the Destiny nerd in me is like, I really want these, but the fiscal money side of me is like, I would like to not repurchase content that I already own. And the thing is, if I buy Taken King Legendary Edition or the $80 version, the collector's version, I can't really give away my vanilla Destiny copy because who would want it once the Taken King comes out if they didn't already have Destiny? Oh, cool, I just got vanilla Destiny for free, and now I have to buy the DLCs, which is like $30, and, you know, it's going to be unique to see how the pricing system scales out. Some PlayStation exclusive content, I'm not surprised about this one bit, and I don't know why people get upset about this, you know, it's one strike, multiplayer map, and some gear. We will be getting, it was confirmed by Deej, when the Taken King launches, we're getting all of the PlayStation 4 exclusive content. So we're going to get the Dark Below strike that we didn't get. We're going to get the other strike that was in Vanilla Destiny, the Mars one. I can't remember what it's called. Dust Palace, the Dust Palace strike. We're going to get the Hawk Moon. Hawk Moon hand cannon is just going to absolutely tear Xbox apart if we haven't had a hand cannon patch at that point. That is an incredibly good hand cannon. By the way, I've been playing a lot with the Messenger. I get to do a review of the Messenger, the Adept Messenger on Planet Destiny's channel, and that is a very good gun. I'm trying to use Thorn a lot less because in the community's eyes, it's just such a despised weapon because it's good. Now, I come from the Halo world where a good weapon is celebrated. You use it because it's the best weapon in the game. People use the BR because it's the best in the game. That's what you do. And when you apply that sentiment over here, it's like, well, of course I'm going to use Thorn. I'm here to win. Players can get a little bit salty, and they think of you as less of a player. So I am trying to mix it up with gameplays, and hopefully you will see a different variety of weapons in PvP. But, you know, I'm not going to make apologies. Thorn is, in my opinion, the best PvP weapon in the game for me and my playstyle and my horrifically slow connection. So to have folks getting mad and upset about it, okay, I've heard, I'll try and use some other weapons, but at the end of the day, if it's in the game, I'm going to use it, and you should use it too. So Thorn's going to be nerfed eventually. Just weird random thoughts. Did not think they were going to be showing the Taken King during the Sony conference during the day of. Beforehand, I thought totally that's going to happen, and then when it showed up, what a nice, pleasant surprise. In terms of the PlayStation exclusive content, what more is there to say other than Sony is paying for it and pushing more dollars towards Bungie that hopefully improve the development? I mean, these are not things that are game-breaking. Is Hawk Moon really good? Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Nobody on Xbox has it, and we'll soon get it. You know, the strikes that are exclusive, how many of you play Destiny for the strikes? Like, look yourself in the eye and ask, do you play Destiny because of strikes? I don't. I play it because of raiding and President of Elders and PvP and all sorts of stuff. As this video wraps up here, lots of great Taken King news. I'll have all the links in the description below. If I missed anything, or if you want to talk or argue with me about whatever, go ahead. I love it. This is one of my favorite series here, and I hope that this brought some relaxation. What a great week for Destiny fans. Stay tuned. Obviously, there's going to be a whole lot more Destiny news, and should be good. I was very pleased with this week. I was coming in ready to be underwhelmed, and I was overwhelmed, which played out very well. Anyway, thank you, everyone. Please like the video if you enjoyed. I've said this before. It doesn't really help me in terms of YouTube, and when people say, like the video, it helps me out. It doesn't really help you in terms of searches or whatever, but it's just nice to see the support, and it leaves a good impression on other viewers. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time, Guardians.